Sometimes it takes traveling halfway around the world to find our passion and place is right where we started, at home. Born on the beautiful Caribbean island nation of Barbados, freediving record holder and business owner Hannah Allen found her passion when exploring her love of the oceans while living abroad.
My full name is Johanna Loch Allen. Everybody knows me as Hannah Allen. My school, Trident Freedivers, I started it about 3 years ago. My dad is Bajan and my mom is Swedish. And I left when I was 16 and went to Australia. I lived there for 12 years and then I just moved back about 3 years ago. I feel like that's where I'm the happiest, is in the ocean. I think ever since I was a little girl, I was always, like you could give me a mask and put me in a rock pool, like a tide pool, and I would just sit there all day and just like look at crabs or whatever was going on at the time. And it's definitely been my journey through life to be in the ocean. Anything to do with the water is my thing. I got my scuba certification when I was 12, and so I was always really interested in being underwater and spending more time underwater. And so I sort of started looking into freediving, and once I found out more about it, I was just super interested in it. Like I love the connection to your body and being more silent underwater. I think with scuba diving, you have all the loud bubbles, and especially doing underwater photography, which is something that I was really interested in at the time. And then freediving is just holding your breath and diving down. So basically, if you take a freediving course, you learn all the proper breathing techniques, the breathe up, the final breath, recovery breaths, and also how to properly rescue somebody who may have had a blackout. When I'm freediving, a lot of that sort of drops away, and I'm really present in the moment, and I'm not thinking about my to-do list for the week or what happened to me last year. You know, I'm just there, I exist in that moment. And I think especially spearfishing is like that for me. I think there's a lot of waiting around and looking around, and then it all comes together and you have that fish right in front of you. There's nowhere that you are but right there in that moment, and those are some of the best moments of my life. Spearfishing can be shooting fish with a spear gun, pole spear, and there is also something called a pneumatic spear gun, but a lot of people ask me about those, but we don't really do that. Proudest moment would probably be when I shot and landed the 76-pound wahoo, which would have been a world record at the time. But I didn't know that, and I didn't know all the rules and all these sorts of things, and so I definitely cried in the shower later. But then I was like, you know, I can't be sad about it. I don't want to be sad about something amazing that I did. And yeah, it was definitely a big highlight for me.
I've never witnessed a freediving competition to even know like what that means. So what does it look like, and how does one set a record?
It's a week of diving, and yeah, you have one dive a day, and I think they have 3 days, and then they'll have a break, and then 3 days and a break, or something like that, depending on how many competitors. But it always goes, I think, shallower to deeper, and then shallower again.
And what's your deepest dive?
My deepest dive is 54 meters or 177 feet. People come that do the freediving course and do the spearfishing tours, and they all have that same irrational fear of sharks. And I think it's really unnecessary to have this fear of sharks, you know, and dark water. People tend to be very afraid of dark water as well. I think they know that when you turn and face them, or that you acknowledge them, that they know that you're intelligent, and so they don't just come like blindly charging in most of the time. I think in the past it used to be a very male-dominated sport, and I think it's becoming more and more that females are really taking over, and they're doing amazing things, and that they're pushing depths that are just insane to think about, you know. But I think with the spearfishing, I would say it is now getting a little bit more popular with females as well. I think there's a lot of girls who freedive and a lot of girls who spearfish, but not many people that actually like run their own school and teach spearfishing as well. There's a lot of female freediving instructors, but not so much spearfishing tour leaders, I think. So that's definitely something I think I'm a little bit unique.
It's all about like the female drive, and I'm curious, what is your driver? What is your motivator in life?
I think there was one day where I looked at the clock and I just saw the time ticking down, and I was like, I just want this day to be over. Like, I just want the time to go faster. And that really hit me, and I was like, this is not right. Like, I will never get that time back. I'll never get that hour back. I'll never get that day back. And I have to change my life. Like, this isn't what I want to do with my life and my time here. And so you never really know how you're going to end up, but I knew that I wanted to spend my time in the ocean and to be in the ocean and do this thing that I really love to do. I feel like every day, it doesn't feel like work if you love it, you know? You never really know exactly how you're going to end up. I love that, how it kind of, if you could have told me 5 years ago that I was going to be doing this, I would be like, that sounds awesome, but I highly doubt it, you know, like, no way, right? But yeah, here I am, and I love it. It's awesome. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Hannah's story reminds us to be bold and go beneath the surface to discover our strengths and our dreams.